I'm going to show you how to make a shower bar hanger. So if you purchased a shower bar, or even if you made one, we'll make a hanger to hang it or help support the one you have. Because I know when you buy those, the supports aren't very good. Now, basically, normally what I would do, I know this is black iron, but we would buy this in a galvanized metal, and you buy a piece of galvanized pipe at your home center, and we would simply screw this on. Now, if you don't want as many threads here, you can actually thread that pipe yourself and eliminate some of them. But they sell these at the home center, threaded on both ends, and they're, say, 3 foot long or whatever they come in. So it's already threaded for you. Now, normally I would just put this on here and put 2 welds on there to hold that on, and I'd be done with it. But I do know not everybody has a welder, and I know a lot of guys that I would ask to do this don't know how to weld. So I want to come up with a way to do this without welding. So we're just going to use a piece of oil thread that is the same size as your hanger. That thread's in there. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to slide this in. We'll put a washer on the end here. I already have a nut on here. Slide a washer nut onto that. I'm going to slide this through and have it come out the other side. Next thing I want to do is I actually made a little sheet metal washer, because what will happen is this hole in here and this nut are around the same size, so it'll just slide in. So you kind of want to just put this nut on there, and we'll draw this all in. Kind of form that, okay? So we're going to pull that all tight. The next thing I want to do is I have this all set up, and it kind of stands proud of your flange. And that's actually okay, because you can draw out your plaster, and it wouldn't work. It would just sit up in there a little bit. But we're going to pull this tight. I'm going to tighten this nut up here, and I'm going to pull that tight. So we're just going to tighten this nut up, and hopefully we're going to lower that down a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to draw that in. Okay, we'll see how we're doing here. You can see how that nut's almost flush. So we'll keep on tightening that a little bit. You can now see how our nut is flush. you can see some of the old thread, but the nut is recessed into the pipe. So it's not, it's strong enough to hang a shower bar. Next thing I want to do is take it apart. Now you'd want to have this all sized up to your shower bar before you actually did this. Okay. Let's take this nut off of here. We just use this to pull it in. We don't need it anymore. Next thing I want to do is I'll put on the hanger. Take the washer off. Now I'll put this hanger on here. Now we do not want the hanger to go beyond into our circle here. So make sure it's up in there so it don't get in our road. Feed your all thread back through the pipe. And it'll go back through the nut, which stayed in place. So we'll twist that on all the way through. We're just twisting this in through the nut. Until we can put our hanger on there, and just go ahead and we'll tighten that up. We have it just right where we want it, and I'll make sure I turn the right direction here. And we'll just turn this. Oops. Okay, once we get this to the length we want, so it's not coming through, and I've tightened it up, kind of snugged it up, and I can actually just, one way or another here, just tighten this up a little more, so it doesn't come loose. And there you have it. We're actually anchored into our pipe. The last thing we want to do is cut your old thread flush with your flange. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be back and we'll talk a little bit about the bar. Okay, we've cut this flush. It's sticking up a little bit. But if you want to follow that down or grind it down, whatever you want to do, you can even cut the old thread when it's not in the pipe. So you'd measure it, then put it together. But this is pretty good. But if that bothers you, you can grind it off. Okay, I want to just talk to you a little bit about the shower bar that we made here.